I just had a look at the stock price of Honda Motors and it's gone crazy. It's up an incredible 40% over the past 8 months alone. So what's happening? And is Honda the company that's really in a stock price bubble when everyone's saying it's Tesla? Well, I think we could be looking at a very interesting situation here. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. And I hope you've all had an amazing year. Honda certainly has, that's for sure. Not when it comes to car sales though. Honda's car sales are down around 14%. Even though they've had a bit of a bounce back in some places, they are down significantly in China and Australia and a few other markets as well. Anyway, Honda actually is selling a lot of motorbikes, but not as many cars. For some reason, investors think that's a good thing. Honda stock is currently sitting around $31 US, and I think it's in a bubble. Everyone's saying, no, Tesla's in a bubble. It's Honda here that is the value play. Well, at least that's what a lot of so-called advisors are saying anyway. Now, you know me, I don't agree with this. I think it's utter nonsense. I think we're looking at a situation here where everyone said Kodak was amazing. What a great investment. I bet you if you look back to maybe 2 or 3 years before Kodak imploded, or Nokia, same deal. I bet you if you look back then, you'd see heaps of these so-called experts saying, great time to invest. Now go for it. It's on the way up. It's on the way up. Get in. There's a big bubble over there with Apple. Look at Apple stock. It's risen too much. Right when they started selling the iPhone, they probably said something like that too. New product, market won't like it. Going to take many, many years to adopt to that product. You can bet your money that Nokia and Kodak are the way to go. Or BlackBerry, we can put them in there as well. I mean, here's what Forbes had to say if you think I'm making it up. Honda stock looks like a buy following strong results. In the middle of February, Forbes said this: Honda Motor stock has posted a stronger than expected set of Q3 FY23 results last week, with revenues rising by 20% year over year to 4.4 billion yen, about $34 billion, and operating profits rising by about 22% to $2 billion. Well, the company benefited from rising motorcycle sales and a weaker Japanese yen. This was partly offset by a decline in automobile sales amid a continued shortage of semiconductors and COVID-19 related disruptions in China. Now, I don't think the Chinese agree with this. I think in China, at the factories where Honda Motor workers are probably sitting around doing nothing because their factories are being basically mothballed. Some of them are, not all of them, but some of them, where sales have basically imploded this year and are down by 42%. Then I think they might have something to say about this. In fact, Honda themselves had something to say. They said this is racism. No joke. Well, they didn't use that exact phrase, but they basically said it is. I'm not making this up. They basically said that the Chinese people now have a negative connotation towards Japan. That's racism or casteism, or I don't know what you'd call that phrase, but that's what Honda says is responsible. Not even Honda claims it's anything to do with semiconductors. So I don't know where Forbes gets its information from. Its so-called experts don't appear to pay any attention to what Honda themselves actually say. And here's the thing, in China, new vehicle sales this year have been significantly higher than last year. In fact, new deliveries in China in the month of April rebounded by 56% to 1.63 million. And in the first 4 months of the year, including that record month, Honda's sales were down by 34%. And yet for some reason over the past month, Honda has had this monumental rally in its stock price. Look at the stock price chart. It's going crazy. I don't know exactly why. I've Googled it and I cannot figure out. I can't find out what exactly is going on here. But I do know what is going on in the future, and that is Honda sales will continue to fall. Now, if we look at the history of Honda, you might sort of think, well, it's already happening. What do you mean? I mean, have a look at the history of Honda here. In 2019, Honda sold 5.3 million cars worldwide. In 2022, they sold 4 million. At the start of this year, Honda revised their guidance down to 3.85 million from their original guidance of 4.1 million. But since then, they've revised their guidance down to about 3.8. Even lower. However, it's pretty unlikely Honda will hit those numbers, considering it would not have known that its sales in its biggest market would drop by nearly 40% over the first 5 months of the year. Now, Honda wouldn't have known, but I'd say many of you probably would. Why? Does Honda sell EVs? No. What are the Chinese buying? What have we known for a long time now they're buying? What do we know is happening in the world's biggest EV market? Probably the greatest disruption in history. certainly in the history of the automotive industry worldwide. In fact, in the month of May, nearly 700,000 electric cars were sold, with a 35% market share. That is only growing, and Honda knows it, and it doesn't have many EVs to sell, especially not ones that the Chinese want. It doesn't have a single electric car ranking in the top 30 sellers in the country. So what's going to happen to the company? Well, I think it'll probably sell a lot of motorbikes for a while, until those are electrified as well. But, in the meantime, next few years, Honda will probably sell a fair few cars, but we'll see these continued sales declines happening. As you can see here in the chart, Honda sales have declined fairly quickly over the past 5 years. And I can see that continuing to the point where this company will be more of a niche player, a bit more like Mitsubishi, selling around 1 million cars a year. Is Honda's stock price therefore justified by any future developments? Are they working on some sort of amazing technology? Do they have software? Are they manufacturing batteries? Do they have new, interesting, ground-up EVs coming out to market? None that I know of, but maybe I'm missing something. Clearly I am. I would love to know what it is. Please let me know in the comments. I very genuinely am baffled by this incredible rise in the price of Honda because it doesn't appear have any justification whatsoever. Thank you for watching, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye-bye.